Hi guys, this is Jean from Happy Indulgence and I'm talking to you from my new house, which is why my bookshelf is looking pretty bare at the moment. Today is the launch of Harry Potter and the Cursed Child. I'm so excited about this. I went to the launch party at Dymocks in Brisbane and we had to line up early and they couldn't open the boxes until 9:01 AM. There was a countdown and there were lots of dress-ups and a cake that says Happy Birthday Harry. And it was really exciting just being a part of it. So here's the beautiful book. It's not actually written by J.K. Rowling, but it's the play script of the play released in London, which I'm so jealous for you guys who get to attend. But this is just how beautiful the book is. There's an artwork of the snitch inside. And it's even beautiful. It has beautiful gold lettering as well, which is gorgeous. I can't wait to read the next Harry Potter. It's like my childhood dream come true. It's set 19 years after the events of the last Harry Potter book, and then we get to see Harry, Hermione, Ron and the crew growing up and also follow along with their kids. So I'm really looking forward to this one. I'll definitely let you guys know how it is. Now, I missed out on the recap for June because of the moving and all, and this month in July I only read 6 books. I had some really good ones and others not so much as usual. I feel like I tell you that every month. My favorite book of the month was The Long Way to a Small and Angry Planet by Becky Chambers. It's one of the best sci-fi space operas that I've ever read. So it's pretty much set on a spaceship. There's Captain Ashby and the members of his crew are made up of different aliens and humans. And I just loved how they grew to accept each other even though they didn't get along at the start. And this book is more about the exploration of life and the love of different human beings and different species. No matter where they came from, what their beliefs were, what their sexuality was. Now the plot is pretty slow, but what I loved about this sci-fi book is the detail. It really goes into different aliens and how they evolved, how they live, what food they eat. And it really goes into how they interact with each other. And I thought that was done really well in this book. Of course, I gave it 5 stars. And if you love Firefly or if you enjoy the Mass Effect gaming series, this is a great book to start off with. I also read When Michael Met Mina, which I gave 4 stars to. This is such an important book in today's Aussie climate. Basically, it's about Mina, who is a refugee who came in as an asylum seeker from Afghanistan, and she meets Michael at school, whose family is part of an Aussie rules organisation. I thought it was really refreshing and accessible, the way it addressed racism and some key topics. When it comes to racism, everyone's in denial that they're doing it, but it addressed it in a really subtle way that really makes you think about the people that we interact with and about the beliefs that you may hold without knowing how it hurts other people. I loved Michael because he really goes through a journey from supporting his parents at the start but not knowing what it really meant, to really questioning their beliefs and questioning the person that he wanted to be. Now that was really important. And Mina, as an Afghani girl, she really stands up for her beliefs and she's really assertive, even though she does experience a lot of racism. And I love that about the book. Now I'll be talking about this book on AusYA on ABC Radio Sunday the 7th of August. If you can, please tune in at 7 PM. I also read The Yearbook Committee by Ayoub, and The Yearbook Committee was just a really diverse, and the Yearbook Committee pulls together 5 characters who are so different and who are each experiencing different problems in their lives despite their social status at school. I loved how each and every one of the characters had their own problems to deal with, whether it was disability and not being relevant, whether it was a pressure to have sex even when you're not ready, whether it's popularity and the people that you associate yourself with, or whether it was being a feminist and being out loud and outspoken about it. These 5 kids may sound a bit cliche, but what they were experiencing was actually quite real. I gave this one 4 stars as well, and it's another lovely Aussie YA read. I've just finished reading The Crown's Game by Evelyn Skye. I was really excited to read this book, even though there's a lot of mixed reviews out there. This one I gave 3.5 stars to. I love the Russian mythology and how it was set in St. Petersburg and Moscow, and it really felt really vivid with the imagery, and it brought the magic alive. Now, if you've read The Night Circus, there's 2 challengers who are pitted against each other, and the magic that they display get more and more fantastical, and I love that about it. I loved Vika and how she's evolved from a fire nymph and how she could control the weather. And I also love Nikolai and how he's an orphan who becomes a hero of sorts, and how he came from nothing but befriended the Tsar's son. And I loved how he could enchant objects to do his bidding. Well, I loved how vivid the imagery was and fantastical magic displays in here. I thought The Crown's Game could have been developed a lot better. The characters were also a little bit bland outside of their magic and who they associated themselves with, and I thought the romance developed a bit fast as usual. I did still enjoy the read, even though it had its flaws, and this one I gave 3.5 stars to. I also read When We Collided by Emery. I love books about mental illness, and this one is about Vivi and Jonah. Vivi has bipolar disorder. Jonah, on the other hand, finds her as a ray of sunshine. He has a difficult life supporting his families and his brothers, and he's also coping from the grief of his father's death, and his mum doesn't want to get out of bed, she's depressed. Although I like the mental illness aspects of this book, and I loved how sweet Jonah was, I thought Vivi really got on my nerves at times, and I don't like it when mental illness books laud romance as the answer to everything. I gave When We Collided 3 stars. The last book I read was Recreated by Colleen Houck. This is the second book in the Reawakened series about Egyptian mythology. I did have problems with Lily in the first book because she seemed like a self-entitled brat, but she does actually improve a lot in this book as she goes and saves Amun, the Egyptian prince, the netherworld. I loved how this book was really vivid with its Egyptian mythology, bringing alive gods and goddesses that we've only ever dreamed about. And she does travel to a fantasy land. Most of it is set in the Egyptian underworld. Lily also blends with a lioness, Tia, who brings a really hilarious and fresh, fiery perspective to Lily. Now, the thing I didn't like about this book is how Lily even cheated on Amun. Not with one guy, not with 2, but 4 guys. She ends up questioning her feelings for him, she ends up kissing other people, and at the end of the book the ships change so much that you wonder why she went through that journey to begin with. I'm not a fan when authors change ships. I think it's a bit of a cop-out, and it's disappointing if you ship them to begin with. I gave this one 2 stars. These are the books that I read during July. There's some great reads here, and I hope you pick them up. If you enjoyed the video, please give me a thumbs up and subscribe if you want to see more. Thanks everyone, and I'll see you guys next month. See ya, bye.